July 8th, 2009.
President Lincoln had very strong opinions on labor. He said, "All that serves labor serves the nation. All that harms is treason. If a man tells you he trusts America, yet fears labor, he is a fool. There is no America without labor, and to fleece the one is to rob the other." He said, "The strongest bond of human sympathy outside the family relation should be one uniting working people of all nations and tongues and kindreds." He said, "Labor is prior to and independent of capital. Capital is only the fruit of labor and could never have existed if labor had not first existed. Labor is superior to capital and deserves much the higher consideration. Unions have been the only powerful and effective voice working people have ever had in the history of this country. The American labor movement has consistently demonstrated its devotion to the public interest. It is and has been good for all America. Those who would destroy or further limit the rights of organized labor, those who cripple collective bargaining or prevent organization of the unorganized, do a disservice to the cause of democracy. I believe in the things the labor movement believes in and fights for." From Molly Ivins, the great populist American newspaper columnist, "Although it is true that only 20% of American workers are in unions, that 20% sets the standard across the board in salaries, benefits, and working conditions. If you are making a decent salary in a non-union company, you owe that to the unions. The one thing that corporations do not do is give out money out of the goodness of their hearts." The labor movement means just this. It is the last noble protest of the American people against the power of incorporated wealth. Our manager often tells us in our counseling/discipline sessions that our overtime acceptance rate is too low. But when we ask what that percentage should be, our manager won't tell us. A near-retirement age lineman in Sayre District was suspended without pay for not, quote, hitting the mark. I asked what the mark was, and the manager replied, "You know I can't say." That was a timely honk right there. It is the classic David versus Goliath story.
Also thankful we have the right to be a member of a union, and I'm proud of it. Unfortunately, a lot of these changes have not been good for our customers either. Service is not a priority, not just with First Energy, but with deregulation altogether. We've been trying to warn people about deregulation and what this means. Deregulation is about big business. Deregulation is about profit. It's not for the good of you and me or for our company. It's good for the leaders that reap the benefits on top, but they don't want to share that, and they're not putting the money back into the system that needs to be put in. People have been conditioned, especially over the last 10 to 15 years, that outages are okay to be extended. In my opinion, we have storms that used to take 24 hours to get back on when we were properly staffed. They turn into 2- and 3-day melees now, and you're forced to come back in and work.
A company that just took away our retirees' health insurance after 3 years. A company who puts every ridiculous roadblock they can think of in our way in the supposed name of safety, but allows their management working now to break every safety rule they preach to us and break our jobs every day. But we still got the work done. But I want to say that this bond is strong, First Energy, and it will not be broken by you or anyone else who should care to try. This is bigger than us as individuals. This is a bond that is formed, that is taking a stand for not only the working men and women of First Energy, but working men and women, union and non-union, all across the country who are saying, enough is enough.
Overall, the company has shown little respect for its employees, often bestowing such workers with grossly unfair discipline. Employees are expected to have a nearly perfect call-out response rate, or penalties ensue. The company wants workers to work without a schedule. Imagine coming to work on a Monday not knowing if you're working Tuesday because it might storm Wednesday. And if it doesn't storm on Tuesday or Wednesday, well, let's just bring them in on Saturday or Sunday. It doesn't matter if you had plans. That's not part of their plan. I don't know of anyone anywhere that works that way.
Wrong! Wrong!
Like to say this is not about wages. A strike is not about wages. It's about a quality of life for all our members and their families.
I want to thank everybody for coming out. If your lights are out a long time, the best thing to do is contact the PUC or contact your state legislators and tell them you want them to sit down with First Energy and the union and get a contract that's satisfiable and get everybody back to work, and your power is going to stay back on.
Do not, under any circumstance, be misled by the company's spokespeople. Keep in mind, brothers and sisters, who doesn't care about health care coverage for you, this company, and your family? Keep in mind those that have been terminated by this company during the strike. This march will also be a sign of strength and solidarity in the never-ending battle for basic rights and decent treatment for the great American worker. I appreciate you all attending and would be honored if you would all join us now on this labor march.